Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's begin this press engagement. I will begin with an announcement. This is in regard to India-Japan 2+2 Foreign and Defense Ministers meeting. The third round of India-Japan 2+2 Foreign and Defense Ministers meeting is scheduled to be held in New Delhi on 20th August 2024. The first and second rounds were held in 2019 in New Delhi and in 2022 in Tokyo, respectively. From the Indian side, this round will be attended by Honorable Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh and Honorable External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. From the Japanese side, Honorable Foreign Minister Ms. Yoko Kamikawa and Honorable Defense Minister of Japan, Mr. Minoru Kihara, will attend. So this was the announcement for me to make. Now let's start with questions. So I open the floor.
सर मैं मनीष हूँ टीवी 9 से। शेख हसीना के खिलाफ बांग्लादेश में सर मैं मनीष हूँ टीवी 9 भारतवर्ष से। शेख हसीना के खिलाफ बांग्लादेश में हत्या के मुकदमे दर्ज हुए हैं और कई और मुकदमे होने वाले हैं, ऐसा वो लोग कह भी रहे हैं। जब हम लोग भी ढाका में मौजूद थे तो प्रोटेस्ट करने वाले तमाम संगठनों ने कहा कि शेख हसीना को भारत वापस करे, हम उनके किए कि उसको सज़ा दिलाएंगे। ऐसी स्थिति में वो लोग अपनी सरकार पर भी दबाव डाल रहे हैं। तो क्या बांग्लादेश की नई सरकार ने भारत सरकार से अप्रोच किया है शेख हसीना की वापसी के लिए, या फिर अगर आने वाले समय में करती है तो भारत का नॉर्मल ऐसे मामले में क्या रुख रहेगा? और इसी को सर जोड़ते हुए एक्स्ट्रा सवाल नहीं कर रहा हूँ, जमात इस्लामी के डिप्टी चीफ ने मुझे खुद कहा कि हम भारत के साथ बातचीत करना चाहते हैं, भारत के साथ मिलकर काम करना चाहते हैं। तो क्या जमात, लेकिन अगर शेख हसीना भारत में रहकर बांग्लादेश के खिलाफ कोई एक्टिविटी करती है और भारत की उससे मदद मिलती है तो वो ठीक नहीं होगा। तो इन दोनों पर आपका कमेंट चाहिए।
प्रणय।
सर मनीष के ही सवाल का विस्तार है। प्रणय उपाध्याय हूँ अमर उजाला से। बांग्लादेश में हिंदुओं की स्थिति को लेकर, अल्पसंख्यकों की स्थिति को लेकर कई जगह बहुत प्रदर्शन हुए हैं। आज भारत में भी प्रदर्शन हुए हैं कई जगह पर। इस समय वहाँ वर्तमान में स्थिति क्या है और बांग्लादेश की जो इस समय मौजूदा प्रशासन है उससे क्या हमारा कोई संवाद और कोई आश्वासन मिला है उनसे इस बारे में?
Ayushi.
So this is Ayush Agarwal from ANI. My question is related to the third Voice of Global South summit that is scheduled. Do we know how many countries have confirmed their participation, and also have we received any confirmation from the Bangladesh side?
Suhasini.
This is Suhasini Heather from The Hindu. It's nearly 2 weeks now since Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina landed in Delhi. I was wondering if you could tell us exactly what her status is in terms of, is she here on a regular visa? Has she asked for asylum? Is she under some kind of house arrest or detention? Because we seem to be getting conflicting signals. Her daughter tweeted that she's unable to meet her. At the same time, Sheikh Hasina has issued a statement via her son in the US. Instead of allowing space for all of this confusion over her exact status, I'd be grateful if the MEA could tell us exactly under what conditions she is here.
Siddhant.
Hi, sir. Siddhant from Beyond. So last week, the Pakistani Foreign Ministry issued a statement. This statement basically expresses Islamabad's concern over the theft of nuclear weapons, nuclear devices in India, nuclear radioactive devices in India. If you can comment on that.
Okay, let's begin with Manish. कैसा रहा मनीष आपका यात्रा? ठीक था?
अच्छा था सर, सुरक्षित आ गया।
बहुत बढ़िया। तो देखिए, जहाँ तक आपने जो बात किया एक्सट्रेडिशन का, तो ये तो बड़ा एक हाइपोथेटिकल सा सवाल है ना? तो इस पे हम लोग की हमारा ये कहना हुआ कि इट इज़ नॉट अ प्रैक्टिस टू आंसर हाइपोथेटिकल क्वेश्चंस एट दिस पॉइंट इन टाइम. Regarding statements that you referred to by former Prime Minister of Bangladesh. देखिए, बांग्लादेश में एक अंतरिम सरकार बन गई है, ठीक है, और हम उनके साथ काम करने के लिए, दोनों देशों के लोगों के साथ के हित में, उनकी आकांक्षाओं के लिए काम करने के लिए उनसे बातचीत कर रहे हैं, ताकि दोनों देशों के लोग की शांति, सुरक्षा और विकास यात्रा में जोड़ आए, बल आए। तो ये मेरा जवाब रहेगा आपके सवालों का। प्रणय, जहाँ तक माइनॉरिटीज़ के अल्पसंख्यकों का क्या स्थिति है वहाँ उसका सवाल है, जो स्थिति है उसको हम लोग लगातार वहाँ मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं। हमारे हाई कमिश्नर वहाँ के जो एडवाइज़र हैं फॉरेन अफेयर्स से, उनसे उनकी मुलाकात हुई। उस मुलाकात के दौरान उन्होंने जितने हमारे मुद्दे हैं, द्विपक्षीय मुद्दे में बातचीत हुई। उस दौरान जो वहाँ पर हिंदूज़ हैं और जो हमारे माइनॉरिटी वर्ग के लोग हैं, उनकी सुरक्षा को लेकर भी बातचीत हुई। और हमारा ये मानना है कि हमारा आशा भी है कि जल्दी से जल्दी वहाँ पर नॉर्मलसी आए, ताकि वहाँ पर जो हमारे अल्पसंख्यक के लोग हैं, हिंदू वर्ग के लोग हैं, वो लोग सुरक्षित हों और उनकी सेफ्टी और प्रोटेक्शन का ध्यान दिया जाए। और हम ये भी कहना चाहते हैं, जो मैंने पिछले सप्ताह कहा था, कि ये हर सरकार की अपनी उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है, उनकी जिम्मेवारी होती है कि अपने नागरिकों की सुरक्षा वो करें। Ayushi, regarding a question on the Voice of Global South, this is the 3rd edition. This will be held tomorrow in virtual format, as we have done on 2 occasions in the past. As to the number of countries, we will come to know. All Global South countries have been invited. We have a large number of countries participating. As to the exact number of countries who will be speaking, we will give you an update tomorrow when we have a press engagement in the evening. That is where I would leave your question to answer. Suhasini, regarding the status of former Prime Minister, we had explained last week as well. The approval for former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to come to India was granted at short notice. The situation is still evolving. At this stage, we have nothing new to share about her plans. Siddhant, on the question regarding the spokesperson of the Pak Foreign Ministry, yes, we've seen those reports, and we've also seen some comments that were made. Relevant Indian authorities have subsequently investigated the matter, and they have found no radioactive substance as was claimed in the statement. In fact, the Department of Atomic Energy has issued a statement which I will urge you to have a look at. Those making such baseless comments are advised to desist from their propaganda, for which obviously there are no takers. We also want to emphasize that once again that India has a robust legal and regulatory framework for safety and security of radioactive materials. Our non-proliferation track record speaks for itself. As of those making such and these baseless allegations, the less said, the better. Can we go for more questions? Yes. Rishikesh?
Sir, Rishikesh from PTI. So, as you have said that we are monitoring the situation in Bangladesh. So, do we have any data regarding how many Bangladeshi Hindus or minorities have approached us for shelter or anything else, especially regarding protection? And US State Department has said that they are in touch with Indian authorities to end violence in Bangladesh. So, what kind of assistance or what kind of cooperation the 2 countries are looking to end this cycle of violence in Bangladesh?
Okay. Uma?
उमा शंकर सिंह, एनडीटीवी इंडिया से। बांग्लादेश से मेडिकल वीज़ा लेने वालों की तादाद में क्या इजाफा हुआ है? अगर ऐसा है तो अगर नंबर दे पाएँ कि पहले कितने मेडिकल वीज़ाज दिए जाते थे, अभी कितने दिए जा रहे हैं? और बांग्लादेश में वीज़ा इशुएंस को लेके क्या नॉर्मलसी आ गई है या आने में कुछ वक्त लगेगा?
ऋषभ.
So good evening, Rishabh from Times Now. So Prime Minister held a telephonic conversation with Mohammad Yunus, the interim government chief advisor. If I can have more clarity on that. He has just tweeted, you have retweeted also.
Please.
Avinash from the Asahi Shimbun. So this is about India-Japan 2+2. So two questions: how does India look upon this significance of this dialogue, and what are the likely issues to come up in this round?
Hello, Irene Polina from TASS News Agency. Sir, could you please confirm us some media reports that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is planning to visit Ukraine? Any dates or details of this upcoming visit? And one more question on Global South Summit. Will it be open? I mean, will it be broadcasted? And will there be head of states, ministers, or what? Thank you.
Okay. Rishikesh, first your question regarding protection of minorities. As you are aware, yesterday the Prime Minister, when he spoke from the Red Fort, he conveyed concerns on behalf of 140 crore Indians that the status of minorities, status of Hindus and other minorities in Bangladesh, the government there should do more for the protection, for the safety and security. In fact, you would have in the suo motu statement that External Affairs Minister made in the Parliament also, there again he had mentioned his deep concerns about the safety and security of Hindus and other minorities. And he also had mentioned that we are monitoring the situation and we're deeply concerned about the safety and security of minorities. Until such time we don't have a law and order which is visibly restored, this concern will continue to remain. So, we have also taken up this issue with the interim government there, and we hope that law and order will be restored and the minorities, Hindus and other minorities will be protected. उमा शंकर, आपका सवाल वीज़ा को लेके है. हाँ, देखिए, लिमिटेड वीज़ा फैसिलिटी तो भारतीय वीज़ा फैसिलिटी अभी तो दिया जा रहा है. पूरी तरह से वीज़ा फैसिलिटी तभी शुरू होगा जब वहाँ पर लॉ एंड ऑर्डर जो है पूरी तरह से वहाँ पर स्थापित हो जाए, नॉर्मल लाइफ फिर से शुरू हो जाए. लेकिन उसके अलावे जो हमारे उच्चायोग हाई कमीशन है और जो असिस्टेंट हाई कमीशंस हैं, वो लोग जो कॉन्सुलर सर्विसेज होता है इंडियन नेशनल्स के लिए और किसी प्रकार की जो मदद कर सकते हैं, उसके लिए वो सर्विस दिया जा रहा है फ़ोन के माध्यम से. और उसके अलावा किसी और तरीके का किसी को समस्या हो, कॉन्सुलर सर्विसेज, जब आपके नागरिक बाहर रहते हैं तो बहुत सारी उनको डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, बहुत सारे सर्टिफिकेट, कागज़ों की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, तो ये भी सर्विस उनको मुहैया कराया जा रहा है. लेकिन जहाँ तक पूरे, चूँकि काफ़ी लोग बांग्लादेश से हमारे यहाँ आते हैं, फुल फ्लेजेड जो वीज़ा सर्विस है वो तभी शुरू हो सकता है जब वहाँ पर कानून व्यवस्था पूरी तरह से ठीक हो जाए, लेकिन लिमिटेड तरीके से चल रहा है. Rishabh, you asked about a question on which there is confirmation as as I came into this room. So details of the conversation you would have gathered from the media outlets. More on it we'll convey to you after this session. Avinash, yes, 2+2 dialogue with Japan is very important for us. This is the third one that is happening. India-Japan, the relationship is of a very high level. Yeah. So getting the foreign ministers of the two countries and also the defense ministers of the two countries on the same platform will give a major boost to all aspects of our relationship, including political, defense, security, and economic ties, that strong economic ties and other ties that we share with Japan. As to the likely issues to be discussed tomorrow, on 20th, post the engagement, we have a press conference. So please do attend so that you can be informed of all the issues that have been discussed. On the Prime Minister's visit to Ukraine, we will be having a press conference shortly, when we'll let you know more details about it. On the Global South Summit, we have the leaders segment, and we'll also have ministerial segment, 10 ministerial segments. These are in virtual format. I'm sure this should be available for people to, once we put it out, for people to see the kind of conversations that have happened in parts maybe. But I'll come back to you whether it is open session or not. I'm not sure whether it is open, but some of it, videos after the event, will be put out. We'll also have a press conference where you'll come to know of the details of each of those ministerial segments that we have. We have Trade Minister, Foreign Minister, Education Minister, all those things, details we've given in the press release that we've issued. And in the leaders segment, of course, Prime Minister himself will be conducting that session. More questions? Abhishek?
Sir, this is Abhishek Jha from CNN News 18. My question is regarding this Russian conflict that is happening currently. There are reports that Kursk has been attacked by Ukrainian forces. So do we have any update about the Indians who have been living there, whether they have been asked to leave or rescued? Then there are other reports also of increasing conflict between the two sides. So have we issued or updated the advisory for Indians living in those areas?
Uma?
Sir, I'm Huma Siddiqui from the Financial Express. I have two questions. One, have we resumed our normal trade with Bangladesh? And my second question is, MOS is visiting Central America and Caribbean. So are any MOUs or big announcements expected from El Salvador and Guatemala?
Siddhant, sorry.
Hi sir, I'm Siddhant from CNN News 18. Sir, I want to know your position, since it has been announced by Bangladeshi side that they will go for UN-led investigation in what happened between 1st August to 5th August when Sheikh Hasina was the Prime Minister. But there is radio silence as far as the investigation which is required, and even people and Hindus and the other minorities are demanding after what happened after 5th August. And and still continuing perhaps in some part, the violence, the minorities were attacked, looted, etc., etc. What is India's position? There has been an assurance, in fact, in the tweet also of Prime Minister Modi, he mentioned that advisor assured him as far as the safety of minorities is concerned. But as far as the investigation part is concerned, sir, has there been any talks between two sides, and was this issue raised by the Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh when he met the foreign advisor? Thank you.
Okay. Gautami?
Sir, my question regarding the previous one relates to the US spokespersons, what they have said, that they are in touch with India on what is happening in Bangladesh. At what level they are in touch with India, and what kind of conversation, if you can give us some kind of a straight note on that.
Sudhi?
So on Bangladesh again, I mean, India's High Commissioner to Bangladesh, as you said, met the interim advisor to Bangladesh, government of Bangladesh, and the statement that came out very clearly said the statements from Sheikh Hasina emanating from India is unlikely to help India-Bangla relationship. Your comments on that, and also, sir, would you like to give us any clarity on a possible visit of the Malaysian Prime Minister?
Abhishek, first coming to your question, yes, we have all seen reports of what's happening in that part of the world. We also have a student community in Kursk area. The Indian embassy is in touch with them. They have issued an advisory and trying to see how best they can support them and help them. We have some students in that part, medical students, I understand. To my understanding, normal trade has begun with Bangladesh. Trucks have been plying between the two countries, taking essential commodities and other products. On the question of the visit of Minister of State of External Affairs, Pavitra Margarita, we have also issued a detailed press release, so I would ask you to have a look at that. But just to let you know that this visit of his to Latin America covers 5 countries. It is rare that you are able to do 5 countries in one go. That itself shows you the commitment that we have to strengthen our ties with countries in Latin America and the Caribbean region. And also it is an opportunity for us to explore and advance a partnership in several new areas. In all these countries, Minister Margarita, he will be meeting the foreign minister of the country. In addition, he will call on the presidents and in 3 of the countries, and also meet with the Prime Minister in Trinidad and Tobago. In Dominican Republic, which is his first stop, he will be attending the formal swearing-in ceremony of His Excellency Luis Abinader, the President-elect of Dominican Republic. And thereafter, he follows from there to Guatemala, over to El Salvador, thereafter to Panama, and then to Trinidad and Tobago. So all in all, all these visits have several components how we can strengthen our trade, how we can strengthen our technology connections, how we can strengthen our people-to-people ties. There will be community engagement as well. So we really look forward to the visit of the minister, and hopefully the outcome will be something very meaningful for both countries, or between the countries, those 5 countries and India. Siddhant, your question regarding investigation, etc. See, from our perspective, we have conveyed our issues. Our High Commissioner met with the advisor in Dhaka, and he discussed all aspects of our relationship, including the issues of minorities, and we've stressed that action be taken to protect Hindus and the minorities in the country. And at the same time, we hope that normalcy will return to the country soon, so that the minorities can lead a normal life sooner than later. Gautamji, on India-US ties, India-US ties is a very broad-based relationship that we have, and both countries, we talk about global affairs, we also talk about regional affairs, issues in South Asia, developments, all the developments that impact our relationship. So that is the context of our conversation between India and the United States. Regularly we conduct this dialogue and conversation on several issues. Sudhi, specifically to your question about the statements being made by former Prime Minister. See, as I said earlier, answering one of the questions before, an interim government has been formed in Bangladesh. We look forward to working with them to fulfill the shared aspirations of the people of our 2 countries for peace, security and development. So that is where I leave it. Also, regarding the visit of the Malaysian Prime Minister, when we announce a visit, it is done in consultation with the participating country, which in this case happens to be Malaysia. So we will make the announcement. The announcement will happen tomorrow because both countries have to be on. They have certain formalities to follow. But let me tell you, we eagerly look forward to the visit of the Prime Minister of Malaysia. He had visited India in 2019 as President of People's Justice Party when he had participated in Raisina Dialogue. This was in 2019 January. And that time he had also called the Prime Minister. So we are eagerly looking forward to the visit of Prime Minister of Malaysia. I think in 2016 or so, we had also elevated this partnership in 2015 to enhance strategic partnership when a Prime Minister had visited Malaysia in 2015. So all in all, the visit will offer an opportunity to review and intensify our engagement across a wide spectrum of areas, and we all look forward to taking India-Malaysia partnership to newer heights. Can we have more? Manas? Sorry?
This is Manas from PTI. As you said, in fact, we are looking forward to have cordial relations with the interim government of Bangladesh to ensure welfare of people on the both sides. But there have been increasing signals from Dhaka that Hasina's stay in India, continuing stay in India, could put a strain on overall ties between the two countries. So how long Hasina can actually stay in India? Is there a timeline? So has she conveyed to India her plans? So how long we can afford to just allow her to stay in Indian soil? Thank you.
So Divya from Indian Express. We've been reading reports of the Prime Minister's visit to the US next month for the UN Summit of the Future, where he's also going to address a community event. Is there also a possibility of a meeting with somebody from the US administration on the sidelines?
Please.
Yeah, so this is Raghavendra Verma from German television ZDF. About Ukraine situation, does India has any statement to make? Sir, what does India think about the invasion of Ukraine forces in Russia? Does it affect in any way the agenda of the Prime Minister's upcoming visit, or the situation? Does the peace becomes more harder or more sooner? What India thinks about it?
Siddhant?
Thank you, sir. Sir, I'm Siddhant from CNN News 18. Sir, I want to know the government of India's position on Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's legacy. Why I'm asking this question is because the interim government has cancelled the holiday on the day he was assassinated. Then, sir, in fact, yesterday we got these disturbing visuals from outside his residence, which has been transformed into a museum, where his followers, those who believe in his ideology and what he has done for the country, they were beaten up, and in fact they were not allowed to go to the museum. I want to know, sir, because India and Bangladesh have shared history. So would like to know, sir, is there a change in position of the government of India as far as Mujibur Rahman's legacy is concerned, or is it still the same? Thank you.
मैं सर्जना शर्मा सनमार्ग से हूँ। क्या ढाका स्थित भारतीय उच्चायोग को कुछ एप्लीकेशंस मिली हैं कि कुछ अल्पसंख्यक वहाँ के भारत की नागरिकता जो लेना चाहते होंगे, ऐसा कुछ है तो संख्या कितनी?
सर, प्रणय उपाध्याय, अमर उजाला से। मेरा सवाल जाकिर नायक को लेकर है। मालयशिया के प्रधानमंत्री भारत आ रहे हैं, तो जाकिर नायक को लेकर क्या लेटेस्ट पोजीशन है और क्या उनकी इस यात्रा के दौरान अपेक्षा की जा सकती है कि भारत एक बार फिर इस मुद्दे को उठाएगा ताकि जल्द प्रत्यर्पण हो सके?
First, Manas, to your question, I've already answered. So, I would refer you to what I had said earlier, exactly regarding the stay of former Prime Minister in Bangladesh. Divya, regarding United States visit, we are still a month away, so it will not be. We will announce the visit at an appropriate time, as also the details of the visit, what lies in it. Raghavendra, on Ukraine, Russia, our position you've known. We've emphasized that dialogue with diplomacy is the way forward for us to take, for both countries to sit together and decide the course forward. So that has been our position. Siddhant, your question regarding, legacy of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Our response to your question would be that India has always been a steadfast supporter of the people of Bangladesh since independence. And we will remain so in their quest for development, progress and prosperity. These sentiments were also expressed by a Prime Minister in his Independence Day address that he made yesterday. So that is how we look at the issue that you raised. ढाका में जो हमारा दूतावास है, उच्चायोग हैं, वहाँ पर लिमिटेड तरीके से वीज़ा एप्लीकेशंस को प्रोसेस किया जा रहा है, क्योंकि बहुत सारा समय होता है किसी को मेडिकल इमरजेंसी में जाना हो वगैरह वगैरह। और अभी हमारा जो पूरा ऑपरेशन होता है उसकी भी शुरुआत नहीं की गई है, और इसलिए नहीं की गई, आपको समझ में आ रहा होगा, वहाँ पर स्थिति थोड़ा लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की स्थिति कुछ अलग है। एक बार जब बेहतर हो जाएगा, शांति बहाल हो जाएगा पूरे तरीके से, तो फिर वीज़ा की पूरी ऑपरेशन वहाँ से खुल जाएगी, शुरुआत हो जाएगी। प्रणय, वेरी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन। देखिए, मलेशिया के साथ हमारे रिश्ते कुछ सालों में, इधर के सालों में बेहतर हुए हैं, और ये प्रधानमंत्री अनवर पहले भी भारत आए और हम लोग उनका गर्मजोशी स्वागत करने के लिए इंतज़ार कर रहे हैं। और जैसे कि मैंने बताया है कि जो रिश्ता है मलेशिया के साथ 2015 में, उसको एक अलग लेवल पे ले गया गया था। तो बहुत सारे मुद्दों पर चर्चा होगी, और दोनों देशों के बीच में जितने इश्यूज़ हैं उस पर बातचीत होगी। एक्स्ट्रेडिशन और इस प्रकार की चीज़ें तो है, ये कॉन्सुलर मैटर्स होता है, इस पर लगातार बात चलती रहती है कॉन्सुलेट लेवल पर। तो उस पर क्या अपडेट है, क्या कुछ नया है, इसके बारे में आपको अवगत कराऊंगा। ठीक है, थैंक यू वेरी मच, ऑल द बेस्ट।